Welcome to the Black and Gold review show, where we'll go through the big fixture at Gallowbank on Saturday, all the fixtures up and down Scottish football over the weekend, and we'll look ahead to the international weekend it is this week. Scotland play Friday night, so we'll look ahead to that, and we'll look forward to what Annan's got to show us next weekend. Pedro.
Yes.
How was the game at the weekend?
Obviously, it finished a draw. Probably a fair result when you look over the course of the game. Stenhousemuir better first half, I thought. Although I thought we started all right, actually. Good to get Paul Smith back.
Started the game. Yep.
Got a good 65 minutes out of him. And Scott Hooper started first start again since he's come back from injury, which is brilliant. Went to a solid back four. Big boy Aitken, handful for them.
He's a big lad, isn't he?
Really
Striker.
Big team, actually, really big
Physical.
team. Mm-hmm. Big team. But like I say, second half we come out really well. They never really got to grips with us in the second half. I didn't think they did have chances, obviously, but I thought we were the better team in the second half. But so a fair result, probably would think. And again, it's a point on the board. So
yep. Paul Smith, has he had much football? Again, it's difficult. Again, I don't know too much, but it's difficult. I don't imagine there'll be too many friendlies out of just a bit of training. Has he had any game time, really?
Literally training.
Yep.
Well, he does it. We'll do the odd 11-a-side sort of games or bigger-sided games for match prep. But and it was a great opportunity to get him back in. He was needing to come back in. I think we were missing him, I felt. And honestly, as soon as the game started, he was wanting to go forward. Very positive player. Great to have him back.
So again, going forward, are you hoping he's going to get better and better as the weeks go on and back into the swing of things?
Well, we knew, obviously, when he come to Annan, we knew very quickly what the type of player he was, how good he was, the quality he possesses, and I think the quality he brings to the team's brilliant, because he'll let Gowser go and he'll set. He's quite disciplined that way, or vice versa. He goes and Gowser sets, or Josh Dixon when they're in there. But he's just very, very mature as a player, I think, for being quite young anyway.
Quite young, yeah.
He's good. Again, he's looking for those defence splitting passes or try to get through the lines quite quick, which I think we've been missing a wee bit. We tend to slow it down quite sometimes. But if we can, the chances there to go, he splits the defence. I think he's good.
Josh Todd with a goal. Good performance from him.
I thought so.
Did he say man of the match as well?
Man of the match and supporters club man of the match.
Right.
So he picked up a double bottle for him. 2 bottles, obviously.
Double whammy.
Kind of got 2 bottles, which was double one. I thought he'd done really well. Experience. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even when I'm talking about Paul Smith speeding it up and going forward quickly, Josh has got the intelligence to slow it down, say if we're run ragged, or he'll come back out and start again and then sets us up for another attack. But I think he does really well for us, holds it up quite well.
Good mix of youth and experience.
Energy and experience, I think.
Well, I think you need that. You do. You definitely need that in that type of league to be successful. What was his goal like?
All right, actually. What was his goal like, Cammy?
Can you remember his goal? Was it right foot, left foot, header? None of the above?
Fucking hell, Cammy.
Can you not remember?
No. Tell me what it was like.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what. He chopped in on his right foot and he whipped it into the top corner. It was an unbelievable finish from Josh Todd.
What was the goal, Cammy?
Don't know. We'll come back to it. Don't worry, Peter. I've got plenty more questions for you. Mm-hmm. So that'll flash back in your mind in a minute. I'm pretty sure it will. Again, Stenny had a decent team. They've got some good players. As I mentioned the last time, Gregor Buchanan, how was he? Big bucky centre half, long hair. He's still got the ponytail.
Top knot.
Beautiful.
There was this guy. He went down for a dive in the box.
Did he?
Aye.
Big fanny.
So there was a couple of arguments on the sideline with Belly and Gary Naismith. But I know just a solid, really good centre half. Knows the league well. Knows the game. Kind of, they're good. I think in fact, it was the left back. The wee guy looks like wee Shaqiri. I think he was the left back or the left centre back.
Right.
I thought he had a really good game.
Good game.
Yeah, I thought so. Which does he? I can't mind what Josh Todd's goal was like. So.
Todd, it must have been class.
Oh my God!
I think it went in the top corner, so that's how we'll describe it. Anyways, I'm pretty sure that Annan fans will let us know.
That's shocking.
No, that's fine, Peter. You've got.
I watched the highlights yesterday.
You've got a lot on you. You were at the game. You should remember. No, mind highlights. So again,
their goal was scrappy. I
Was
can
it?
remember their goal. Their goal was scrappy,
and they went 1-0 up.
They went 1-0
So
up.
it's
Which,
a
sorry,
good reaction from Annan.
Yeah.
I seen it come in actually 1-0 up, and I thought, don't know how that's gonna. You know when you get that feeling, you're like, I don't know how they're going to react to it because of obviously the defeat last week. It'll be fresh in your mind, and it was quite an early goal. Was it 20 odd minutes or something? It was in the first half, midway through the first half, and you think players could start thinking, here we go again, long game ahead of us. But a great reaction.
Really good reaction.
What was their goal like? Was it disappointing from Annan?
It was. I think on a defensive point of view, it was quite disappointing. Again, the ball went down our our left hand side, their right hand side, sorry, then comes into the box, and we were recovering. This is what was a disappointing thing for us, which made it look sloppy. But we were recovering on the way back. Hoops, Tam, and Reece were all recovering. So the attacker fell into the lines in between the centre halves,
right,
and the Hoops at the right back, and he kind of got a squaffy goal. He used the defenders in front of him to block the goalie's vision, and it just literally trickled in. But it was
just
hard for Jimmy to react.
Yeah. But again, good reaction, as I said before. Really good reaction. Shows character, and again making
set balls.
Yeah, making Galabank a difficult place to come. That's what you want, because you want teams mentally coming down to Annan and going, this has got to be a tough game, tough to get points here. And if you start doing that, again, teams might start sitting in a little bit more and being that little bit more defensive, because you've got that little bit of a fear factor.
Totally. Will Willie touched on it. We went into the supporters club, had the cabin at the bottom end. They put a do on, so Willie went and draw on the raffle tickets and stuff like that after it. So he touched on, I think we'd only been beat once at home this season, I think. So it just adds to that form, the home form especially being quite good. So excellent.
Yeah, no, good.
Toddy's goal was the goalie saved it, then he had another shot at it.
Are you just making that up?
No, he did. He had the shot, the goalie saved it, and then he followed up with a rebound. And
I knew it would come back to you.
I can't remember the build-up play though.
It doesn't matter. Listen, something's came back to you from Saturday. It's great. It's great. Good result. Good result. It's a decent result, because I say Stenny, I think, will be up there as well. I think they're a consistent team. They're a quite experienced team, but again, it's just so tight. And looking, let's reflect on some results, and we'll start in League One actually. Because it just shows you, this result I'm going to speak about here just shows you what this league's all about. Cove Rangers at home, high flying, top of the league, playing Inverness. Administration. I know they've still got good players, but a bit of turmoil at the club, and they get beat 2-1 off Inverness.
I didn't see that coming.
At home. No, and again, it's just, I think it really sums up the league. You look at Montrose drawn with Arbroath, very close game. Again, you probably majority, I'll tell you what would be a good bet in this league is a lot of draws. Because Queens again had the opportunity to try and claw back some points towards Alloa.
By the way, did you see Queens?
The goal
with Josh?
Yeah, I seen the goal.
Come off 36 seconds later or something.
I just seen it actually. Queens had put it on the social media site, and I seen it 36 seconds. You say it was a brilliant finish as well. Really good
He's
finish.
Got that in him. Actually, I done one of them when he was at
home. But again, Alloa, as you don't you expect that. I look at Alloa and I think they'll be up there, part-time team going down to Queens at Palmerston and getting a draw. They'll be happy with that result. It's just
like Inverness. This is a weird one. I was speaking to guys on Saturday, and they don't think Inverness will finish bottom.
I do.
Do you?
Aye. I think it's too big a gap. I genuinely don't think any team's that poor in that league.
No.
And that's the reason. I think if there was a team that were really poor and maybe had came up and didn't have the budget or didn't want to spend or didn't change their squad, I think we'd struggle. But we've seen Dumbarton get results, we've seen Annan get results, and they're obviously the two closest at the moment. I think then you look at Montrose, who are on 17 points. That's a 16-point gap. That's not getting made up. So the only two teams for me that could catch would be Annan or Dumbarton. And I genuinely think Annan and Dumbarton will win games. Inverness, you're asking them to win every single game at the end of the season.
No one else to pick up.
I don't think they can in this league, because I think every team's as good as each other. So that's the reason I think they will be bottom.
Valid reasons, Cammy.
Valid reasons. I've justified my point.
Answer.
So no, but again, it will be close.
What else kind of caught your eye? Because also you were on the telly again.
Yes, weekend result, big result I would say was Aberdeen. That was Saturday night. It was a 5:30 kick-off. I was driving home, I was listening on the radio, and again they've been pumped off Celtic 6-0 in a semi-final. You're thinking, what? This is the big test of character. Jimmy Tulline's first test. Dundee they had the 3-2 win against Kilmarnock the following week, so they were high-flying, feeling good about themselves. Dundee get a penalty, Simon Murray, with 2 or 3 minutes to go before half-time. The goalkeeper Mitov saves it. Great save. Real turning point in the game. 0-0 at half-time. Aberdeen go on to win the game 4-1. Brilliant result.
Some resilience, haven't they, this year?
Incredible. And that's why I think they can challenge. I think Celtic are in a different level, but I think they can go certainly toe-to-toe with Rangers.
Oh, they're matching toe-to-toe with Celtic now.
Aye, they are. But
apart from also when they play.
Yes, and I think that'll be... But again, any question that's can ask them, they're answering it. They just keep on winning games. They're not been beat this season. 31 points is a brilliant return for 11 games. Other results, massive one that, again, watching the game coming in Saturday was St Mirren beating Hibs at Easter Road. Bottom of the table, Hibs. Really poor results. Such a poor performance. Fans were, again, not a lot of fans turned up. The boos were ringing around. They were 2-0 down. They only really galvanised the last 10 minutes, scored a penalty which kind of gave them a lift, but they were by far second best in the game, and it's really worrying for them. I look at the squad, I genuinely look at the squad and think they could get relegated with that team. They've not got many characters in there.
Any leaders?
Nah, not a lot. Joe Newell is the captain, and I think Joe Newell's a fantastic player. Do I see him as a captain? No, really. Do I see many captains in that team? Do I see many guys that can dig in and make it? What I noticed a few weeks ago, actually, it was quite interesting. You've
got an eye for this, tell me.
I was looking at the squads, right? And Hibs' full squad, I can't remember what the game was, had not one Scottish player. Hibs'. Not one Scottish player in the full matchday squad.
Wow.
Which I was amazed at. Again, you think the likes of Martin Boyle, but he plays with Australia. So again, I was putting there was a couple there. There was a couple boys who were injured. Cadden, who's Scottish, but they weren't playing. But that weekend, they had not one Scottish player in the squad.
Jesus.
And I think that tells its own story a little bit of where they are, because you need guys in there that can dig, that can fight. And when you're in a relegation battle, it can become hard. So that was a big one for me. Other ones, Falkirk just keep winning again. 2-0 to Airdrie. Livingston had a good result, so they're the ones that are on the tail.
They're on the tail, but Falkirk they're trying to stretch that gap all the time, aren't they?
Aye, it's looking quite a stretched league now. See if you look from Falkirk 32 points to the bottom, Airdrie 5 points. That's never really heard in the Championship. It's normally really tight. It's a bit normally like League One. Yeah, so that was a big one. Rangers at the weekend had a good win against Hearts. They weren't again convincing, but 3 points is all that matters in the moment. Dessers with an early goal, 6 minutes, and then
a long drawn out affair after that.
It was.
To get such an early goal.
Hearts had some chances. Vargas 1-on-1 should have scored. They had a number of chances and just can't. But that's the problem at the moment. They can't score enough goals. Hearts. But they were well within the game, and then the earlier kick-off was Kilmarnock v Celtic, 2-0 to Celtic, but Kilmarnock were really, really good. Gutted, they'll be gutted that they lost. Cal McGregor scored 45 plus 4, so that's a killer to make it 1-0 half-time, but they reacted really well. Kelly was still in the game. Kasper Schmeichel's most saves of the season in one game was on Sunday.
Wow.
So it just showed you the threat.
The chances.
Yeah, but again, you don't put the ball in the back of net, it hurts you. So there was some good games over the weekend. And what else have we got? Colin McMenamin's podcast.
Yes, aye.
Released on Friday.
Yeah.
You watched it back?
I've watched it. I have actually.
Enjoy?
I watch it. Me and Nick sit and watch it on a Friday night.
Do you?
She gives us a foot rub. kind of get the towel on the head, just warm, and just
you just
relax.
listen. Do you have the cucumbers in the eyes?
Aye, cucumbers in she has 2 balls in the eye. Wee walnuts on the eyes, and then just stick it on. Great. Did you watch it?
I did actually. I sat and watched it. I think Friday
what I will say is Col could have done that himself. We didn't really need to be there.
No, we just prompt him now and again and just keep
himself.
on going. It was good though. It was good. Some great stories as well.
Good
really
stories.
good stories. Alan Shearer.
The Alan Shearer thing, especially even the Joe Hart. It's quite nice. People might not have known that.
Yep.
Obviously, I knew it from when he was at Annan. He used to tell that sort of stories and stuff, and get his tickets off Joe Hart and stuff. But it's great. It's good to hear. It was actually, he's had a really good career.
A brilliant career.
Back at him.
Brilliant. A lot of interesting things going on in his career. Administration, I don't think we'll get any guests that have been in it.
3 times, got a hat trick.
And he mentioned he worked for R&D as well. Did they not go into administration?
Yes, they went pop.
So he must be a common denominator, actually. So join the R&D, they go bust, and then he goes to all these football teams and they go bust. So brilliant. No, it was a fascinating listen and a good listen. So anybody that's not caught it yet, go on to our YouTube channel, the Black and Gold Podcast. You'll find Colin McMenamin's episode on there. It's a brilliant watch, so please give it a watch.
Touching on that,
yes,
see, when you go on YouTube, do us a wee favour, subscribe to the channel. It takes 2 seconds, but you just need to sign in, don't you?
Yeah, sign in of an email.
We were talking
address.
about it before. Yeah. We're guilty of it, doing it when you don't even need to sign in, just watch the video but it makes a massive difference for us, for the subscribers, for our vanity, our pride.
Keeps us alive.
Keeps us alive. But it keeps it growing. It keeps it. It gives us a better range of audience. So
yep. And again, if you are watching it, take a screenshot, send it in to us.
Aye,
do you know what I mean? We'll
comment.
Yes, we'll pop it up on our social medias, because it's great to see actually people watching it at home on a Friday night, Saturday night. So whenever it is Sunday, lying in your bed, whatever you're doing, take a photo. Peter, I know where your mind's went. I know where your mind's went.
I'm straight in the gutter. No, man, just the women.
Brilliant. But please keep supporting us with all that stuff on social media. This week, Scottish football, we've got International Week.
Talk to me. Are you doing any commentary this week?
It'll be a quiet week for me this week. I don't really get. I'm one of the rubbish guys that don't get any gigs at the International Week.
Faddy will be on, is he?
Faddy will be on. Normally Stephen Thompson does a bit.
Big guns.
Big guns. Bring the big guns in. Wee Scuddies to the side. Scotland obviously have got the game against Croatia on Friday night at Hampden.
By the way,
yes,
you're on about Kilmarnock. Matty Kennedy.
Yeah.
Followed. Listen, he was.
Oh, does he?
He was.
Matty?
Well, I'm not saying followed, but he'd viewed it or liked it.
Good, Matty. Keep pop us up if you're watching us, Matty. Give us a wee share on your socials. Good player, Matty. Great lad as well. As a kid when I was at Kilmarnock.
Define great lad.
Great lad is.
Me and Tony talk about this. Everyone's a good lad, aren't they? They're a good lad.
He's a good lad because he's very humble. He's a brilliant player. Had a great career. Still probably Kilmarnock's best player, I would say, at this moment, between him and a few of them. But he's certainly up there. Just always come up and speak to you when I'm doing media
Makes time
stuff.
for you.
Yeah, totally. So again, a really good person. Northern Irish internationalist.
Yep.
So yeah, great lad. So Matty, please give us a wee shout out.
Love that.
So Croatia on Friday night, Scotland, difficult game again.
What do you think is the chances, Cammy? What are we saying? What do we need? What do we
need
more
a win.
of?
We need a win.
Of course we need the win.
It's hard. I think we're in such a tough group with Portugal, Croatia and Poland. We've got that 1 point from the Portugal draw, which was the last game.
Mm-hmm. Did you speak Portuguese there?
Just a bit. It's a hard game. It's a really hard game. You want to see Scotland taking confidence from the last game, because Portugal are obviously top of the table at the moment. We're sitting at the bottom with 1 point out of 4 games. But yeah, it's an opportunity for us to try and find our feet. We've got McGinn's back in the squad. There's a few other ones. We've got McTominay on top form. He scored again at the weekend.
Seen that against Inter.
Yep. So again, top players. It's just bringing it all together. Mm-hmm. And
again, I don't know if it's anything to do with the fact that there were maybe not playing well, but we're playing against some quality opposition. That's the problem, isn't it?
It is, and they're all elite teams. Again, people look at Poland and think, are they that good? They are good. They've got some quality players. When you look through their squad and their team, where they're actually playing at, their football domestically, they're all top players. Mm-hmm. Portugal speaks for themselves. They're one of the guys that challenge for World Cups, for European Championships. So,
do you know any Croatian beers? Obviously, Portugal, you've got Superboc.
Is that the Portuguese beer? What's the Croatian beer then?
I don't know. I'm saying Poland, you've got that Tiski. That's Polish.
Yes.
That's a decent.
Yep. So we don't know any Croatian
beers.
Scottish beer?
Scottish beer. Tenants. Got the Tenants.
Tenants. Get your tenants in on Friday night. Tenants
in.
If you want to come in
tartan on.
Aye. Tenants want to come
Send
in
us some photos.
Aye. Send us some photos, aye.
Get your Scottish get up on.
Will you
Scotland tops on. I'll have my Scotland top on.
You'll post a photo of you.
I'll post my photo. Top half, nothing on the bottom. Bald from the eyebrows down. I'll censor it.
You'll send something in.
Let's see your kilts.
Let's see your kilts. Yes.
Aye. So we're going that with hope, Cammy.
We
more
do,
than confidence.
And then, we probably hope. But again, we've got to. It's at Hampden. I think that's the benefit. Friday night. If we can take a result from that, we'll go over to Warsaw in Poland on Monday night. And there's a chance we can take a result. I think that's probably a more realistic game of getting a result than the Croatia one, because Croatia are hot on the tail of Portugal, so they've got something to play for. It's not like Croatia just ambling along. They actually want to go and win the group, so they'll be determined to come to Hampden and win it. But listen, good luck to Scotland on Friday and Monday. Come on, Scotland. Yes, Annan's game at the weekend.
Yes,
next weekend.
Kelty at home.
Yep,
another big one. Again, massive crowd there on Saturday, Cammy.
Was there?
Absolutely.
Did we get the 1,500?
Just under 365.
Oh, great. Consistent.
And consistency is key. So we're aiming for a bumper crowd again.
What we're going for?
400. That's a target. That's a realistic target, Cammy. 400. If we can bump up, what was it, 517 did I say, the average attendance at Annan games?
Yes.
517. It's pish. Could be better.
Come on, Annan.
Better. The town of Annan. We get out, see when the playoffs games are there, or we're building up to the end of the season, we're on a decent run. The crowd that comes out makes a massive difference. The crowd really is a lot bigger. So if we can bump that up to 600-700, what a difference it makes.
Yeah, so get
behind them.
Get out and get supporting them against Kelty. Kelty are sitting third in the league at the moment.
Good ball playing team, Cammy.
Yeah, I've heard
Your
that.
pal Scotty Allen. Is he back playing?
Well, he had an eye operation, so he broke his wrist playing, and then he had an eye operation. I don't actually know how he done his eye operation. I know where your mind's going now again.
No.
But he ended up having to get an eye operation. I think he might be back. I don't know. I never seen if he played. I never looked to see if he played.
Hopefully he's not back.
But he wasn't far away when I was last, and that was a couple of weeks ago. So I think he'll be involved in the squad.
Right.
But yeah, they're a good side. They've got good players. Tidser, I spoke about him before on here. Player I played with was a fantastic footballing player, and that's exactly why you can see them playing football, because he was all about passing the ball. Tidser wasn't the most mobile.
No.
But
however,
on the ball, incredible range of passing.
I actually like watching him on the pitch because he's very demanding. He sets standards on the pitch. He doesn't have a lot. What I've seen, he doesn't have a lot of correspondence with the assistant, the Geordie boy. He tends to do most of the talking from the side, which is good, and he just carries on playing, and then every time we've played him, he whips himself off in the second half. Right. Then he's at the sideline taking it.
Again, that could be down to his age though as well, because again, when I played him at Falkirk, right a few years ago, he's not got the legs to get about the pitch, but as I say, on the ball, one of the best ranges of passing I've seen. Really, really good. He wants to play the ball forward as well. So, that'll be an interesting game. Another game that Annan I'll be looking at to try and get points out of.
To try at home. Again, it's different. It's a different game when we're at home. And like you mentioned it before, Annan's a tight pitch. There is a slight hill. Astro, they're used to playing Astro. Everyone in our league now is. But I think we are stronger. A lot stronger at home than away form. Just we got to go and attack the game early. We've been playing well, I think, Cammy, as in when you say last week on Saturday there with Paul Smith going forward, and he's just going to get better again. So if we can pick up confidence again through the week and then just take it into Saturday and just really have a go.
Yep. You look at the table, if you can get 3 points, it brings you into the pack. You're slightly out, you're not far away at all.
We jumped to 17.
That's what I mean, you jumped to 17. Obviously the other teams have got games, Montrose, Queen of the South, Steny all on 18. But it would just draw you in, I think. Mm-hmm. It's a big game, but every week it will be big games.
Big games, Karen.
So good luck at the weekend.
Yep.
Next, we want to talk about a big announcement that we have this week.
It's in here. We're choking on it, aren't you? We're choking on it. Oh yeah, choking on it, absolutely dying to say it.
Aye, it's on the tip of our tongues. We've been working on something for all our viewers and listeners. We've been working on something probably for the last 6 weeks that we want to bring to you guys out there. Hopefully we will be announcing
It's
it
coming out this week.
Yep. Potentially on Tuesday or Wednesday, so look out on our social medias. We will bring it to you. You'll need to be quick off the mark, won't you? That's all we'll say. You've got to be fast to be involved, but hopefully it's something everyone looks forward to as well.
Yep. I want to describe something about it, but we can't because it'll give it away, so we better leave it at that. I think it's just going to be something it's going to be, well, we've had a lot of interest about, we spoke to a lot of people about it, and I think we've went for it, so rightly or wrongly, but we're going for it.
We're going for it, so we're looking for your support, so just look out for that. Either Tuesday or Wednesday we will release what our big announcement is, and we're all excited about it. It will be this side of the year, so it'll be this
before
year,
the turn of the year,
that you'll be able to be involved in something, so please look out for that. And that's about us this week. Pedro, anything else to add?
No, nothing really to add, Cammy.
All good?
Yes. Aye, I think it is. I'd like to say I want to go into it, but we can't.
We can't,
I'll
no.
just spoil it.
We're really excited about it as well, though. But hopefully everyone else is excited, and that's the big thing, that it's not just us excited about it. It's
you
other
text
people.
me about saying, I'm so horny about this announcement. I said, keep a lid on it, Cammy. Keep a lid on it.
Rein yourself in,
Rein it in. Don't say it on national telly, for God's sake. And whatever you do, don't say it on a bigger audience like the Black and Gold podcast. But we'll rein it in until that time.
Yes, we will. So look out this week. Big announcement coming. And that's all from us on the Black and Gold Review Show this week. Keep liking, sharing all of our stuff on social media, and watch our stuff on YouTube. Subscribe to that YouTube channel, and we'll see you all soon.